bitch, that's every day.
DJ Victorious,
She wanna chill with Sosa, but not every day. DJ Moondog. Every day.
Frito, what's good, my nigga? No, he got next.
Every day.
GB.
Every day.
OTF.
Everyday shit, baby. She wanna chill with Sosa, but
Get it,
not
tone
every day.
stupid.
I be smoking dope shit, that's every day. 300 swole, bitch, we be up in the place. Don't care what you say, shit, that's every day. Sosa always with his niggas.
What is going on, people of the Ignite clan? My name is Alec or Nammyz, and today I'm here with Ignite Vainz. You all know him. What do you think? Videos have you done?
Like 2 videos on Ignite.
Yeah, so today we are going to be bringing you guys a kind of pros and cons list, or kind of comparing MW3 to BO2. Just to let you guys know, before this, me and Cameron are pretty much opposites with everything. I am like the total fanboy of BO2, and he is MW3, and
Should be like a little fight.
yeah, pretty much. And the gameplay you're watching, this is Vainz gameplay. He is, I don't know, it's like a 3-minute Moab or something. But
and after
yeah.
this one, it'll be Nammyz gameplay as a nuclear on Slum, so you'll see that after this one.
Yeah, and that gameplay that I had was pretty shit. That was like 4 months ago, and that was my first nuclear, so I kind of played like a puss in the beginning, but oh well. Yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the gameplay and the commentary. Let's get started. You want to start off with MW3?
Yeah, sure. My main pros, I think, of Modern Warfare 3 is things that stand out the most, like Specialist and the Moab. And I just love how you can just get all your perks and run around and use your gun as much as possible. That's why in Black Ops 2 I'll use non-lethals a lot of the time. And because I love using my gun more than using lethals and kill streaks. And earning the Moab is kind of like the nuke, which I was not as big as a fan of the nuke than I was of the Moab. What's your main pros of Black Ops 2, Nammyz?
Well, okay, first I want to say something. Even though I really don't even like MW3 that much, I will definitely agree with you that Specialist and the Moab were probably, those were probably 2 of the best things that to ever come to Call of Duty, I'd say, ever. Maybe not the Moab. I definitely like the fact that it's pretty much like a nuke, but it doesn't end the game. So I like that, and Specialist was just completely ridiculous. I don't know why they wouldn't put that in any other game. Hopefully it comes back in Ghosts. So yeah, you want to say your cons about MW3?
Cons for my Modern Warfare 3 is connection and the colors, which is pretty much all I want to say, because maps in this map, I like the maps, just I don't like how a lot of the maps are dull and don't have very many colors and bright colors. Not very many like rainy maps or like depressing maps, but they're just not as happy as I think they should be. And the connection is just, you can't get a 4-bar unless you're host or you live like really close to the host, and like a 50 ping game is the only way you can get a 4-bar. So, Alec?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd say. I barely can ever 4-bar in that game. I'm always on open. I'm never on moderate, but I can never full bar unless like somebody that I'm playing with who lives close to me gets host, or I get host. That's the only way that I'll ever get a full bar. It seems like I'll never get a good host that lives close to me that I can actually full bar on. So that is probably my biggest issue almost with MW3, is that the connection is so bad that and the lag comp in that game is horrid. So, you know, those 2 combinations really doesn't go well. So yeah, that was probably my biggest problem with it. And in Black Ops 2 I can full bar 95% of the time. And if I do 3-bar, it'll get fixed in either the pregame lobby or like in the game with a host migration. So yeah, I guess I'll start off with cons of BO2.
Or can I quick say something?
Yes, you can.
There's one quick thing about MW3 I want to say, about with the gold guns. It's just a little quick thing. I don't like how in Black Ops 2 you have to get headshots, and in other games I might disagree, but I think in MW3 how all you have to do is use the gun, and it's just how good you are with the gun and not how good your aim is at the head. That's all I wanted to quick say.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
And you can start about Black Ops 2.
Yep. So, cons, I'd like to say that the host migration and the little connection issues that this game has, even though I just stated that you get a full bar, I get a full bar at least 95% of the time, which I do. I'd say 60% of the time I lag out of games. The game just will randomly quit out, lost connection to host, there'll be a host migration, the game will and you'll get kicked out of the game for whatever reason. You're full barring, you'll just randomly get kicked out. The host dashboards, the game ends, you get a loss, none of your stats count in that game. That's really a major issue that I find it's really just almost stupid that they haven't patched yet, because quite frankly that is a big issue. People go on win streaks all the time, and I know I was on like a 30 dom win streak and it ended from a host dashboarding, and it's just not even fair because it's not our fault that they unfairly quit trying to not do anything to their stats, which in this game it actually doesn't count your KD, but it also gives you a loss, and if you're the host and you dashboard, you give everyone else a loss. So that's probably my biggest con in this game. It's just, see, I just hate the fact that you can have your stats not count, and chances are if the host dashboards and they're on the other team, you're probably wrecking them. So it's just the fact if you're doing really good in your game and your stats won't count for that game, and it's not even your fault at all, and you can't control what they do, that just really pisses me off, because yeah. Pros of Black Ops 2, some people say they like calling in the Moab and like nuke. I like getting a nuclear because I feel like if you're running non-lethals, which people don't do actually in like MW3 when you're going for a Moab, or MW2 when you're going for a nuke, people do not run non-lethals. Like maybe if you're running support for somebody who's trying to go for it, they're obviously running specialist. And like I said, specialist is one of the best things to come to Call of Duty. But running support for yourself, like in Black Ops 2, going for a nuclear, I'd say that doesn't make the team rage quit at all. The other team rage quit. Calling in a Moab or a nuke definitely makes them rage quit. Obviously, a nuke ends the game. A Moab, I've had full teams rage quit constantly. And even the fact of when you get a Moab in MW3, I've lost, like, I'd say 20% of my gameplays in that from the whole team leaving and then having a host migration, and then boom, that's done. Theater only saves the second half of that. So that's really a main issue with MW3, along with what I like about Black Ops 2 is the nuclear, and that's just a medal. And people say, I know even Ricta said it, that you don't like calling something in actually, but I like getting medal. I like getting the unstoppable medals. I feel like there's no harm in it to the other player, although I like calling in a Moab or a nuke. I still totally like the fact that they totally changed it up in this game, and they still had the concept of a Moab or a nuke, but they just put it into a nuclear and put it into a medal. I mean, obviously, it's not the same as a Moab or a nuke, but I think they had the same gist going, considering the title that they put in, which is like kind of like a tactical nuke thing, and then there's like flames everywhere. So another pro that I have for Black Ops 2 would be, I'd say, the use of assault rifles. The assault rifles in this game, I don't think anyone's ever used assault rifles more in any Call of Duty ever. I'd say in MW3, people use the ACR a lot. ACR and V7 is probably the most used thing. But for the variety of assault rifles, like I know 5 out of 10 of my classes are assault rifles. I have like FAL, Type 95, MTAR, AN94. AN94 is probably the best weapon in the game after the PDW got patched. It's just the use of assault rifles in this game was, I feel, way more better. And after they patched the PDW, although there still is a lot of good weapons like the Vector, MSMC, I still feel like the variety of guns in the assault rifle section is way better. And I think they're trying to get people away from using SMGs, although before the PDW patch, everyone was using SMGs in the beginning of the game. But now, after the PDW, I'd say I think they patched the MSMC too. But after that, I think everything turned towards ARs because they're just 10 times better than SMGs. Although you can't get them at close range, I think it's still decent at close range, like as an SMG could. And at far range, obviously, it's 10 times better than an SMG. So,
I'll get in this. About him talking about the nuclear, do like the Moab more because I do like calling it out, as he said, Ricta says. And if they would have had the nuclear, like when you get it on the side of the screen, like how it says where if somebody capped a flag or got a multi-kill, it said maybe like Nammyz gets the nuclear on the side or something. That gets telling the other team that you got it or telling people you got it. It'd be kind of cool. But I just like showing off the Moab and just. And if you don't want people to rage quit and going for like your double or triple, just don't call it out, and just call them out at the end. That's what I usually do when I go for the double. Then other thing I want to talk about with the cons of Black Ops 2 is the patches. I think Nammyz here disagrees with my patches, how I dislike the patches, because I liked the PDW before, and I think they patched it too much where it's unusable, which I don't even have in my classes anymore. I think that a lot of people think that they want the patches to make the guns equal, but I think they should have better guns than others, because that's why there should be guns that you unlock at higher levels than lower levels. And for MW3, they didn't patch very much things at all, but I still think they should be patching that stealth bomber and that support kill streaks and stuff like that. And the FMGs did get patched, which is a good thing as well. And I love the ACR and the MP7 and P90. They didn't patch it, which I love using the overpowered guns in that game, so I'm happy they didn't patch that. But one thing I do like about Black Ops 2 is the pick 10 class system, yeah. And I like how you have more customization. But in other CODs, one thing is that you get 11 things just for that extra concussion, which I wish they gave you 11 because it seems like I'm always one off from getting my favorite, like, perfect class. So,
yeah, I'll agree with you. I think pick 10 was probably another one of the best things that's came to Call of Duty. I really like. I don't even use. The only thing that I'll use with grenade wise is C4. I'll never, unless I have like one extra thing that I really don't know what to use on. I'll put in like an EMP or something. But rather than that, the only thing that I'll use is like a C4, and I don't even use stuns or anything anymore. I'll always use the perk 1 greed, maybe perk 3 or perk 2. And sometimes I'll even use primary gunfighter, and I think primary gunfighter is like one of the best things. I love having 3 attachments, along with 2 perk 1 perks. I just find that like that's changed probably everything. Even though that maybe could almost compare to specialist, not really, but it's probably the closest thing to it that's ever came to specialist. Like having more perks than just 3. So
yeah, about him comparing it to specialist, in the beginning of Black Ops 2 before it ever came out, when I heard about how you can have more perks in each tier, I thought that it was like you'd be able to have 6 perks. You can have 6 perks and then 1 primary weapon. I think that's all you can have if you want maximum perks. Yeah. I thought you could maybe like have that and then still have everything else. Like I thought that wild cards wouldn't even count towards your pick 10. I was really excited because I thought that was sort of like specialist. So hopefully Call of Duty Ghosts will have specialist. If it does, I'll go hard.
yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. We're running out of time here, so if you could please like the video, subscribe to Ignite Clan, subscribe to Vainz, I don't know the channel, and subscribe to all the clan members, leave a comment, any questions, suggestions you have, and thanks for watching.
Maybe leave your opinion of which game you like better. See you later.
Yep.